Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And now at 6, breaking news in Suffield. Flames swallowed a home on Mather Street this morning, killing a woman inside. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden. The fire happened late this morning, and Fox 61's Raven Blue is live in Suffield now with the latest details. Raven.
Yes, I'm here on Mather Street where an 80-year-old woman died in a house fire this morning. Behind me, you'll see what's left of the home. I'll step out so you can take a look. As you can see, the center of the home has been completely destroyed. The roof is gone. Parts of the house has collapsed. Suffield police tell us the victim is Dolores Green. She was the only person in the home at the time of the fire. First responders were called to the home around 10:30 this morning. When they arrived, the house was completely engulfed. Green was pulled from the fire and life-saving efforts were performed, but sadly, she did not make it. Here's the fire chief talking about the fire that claimed her life.
It was an extremely difficult fire to fight due to the void spaces that were inside the building, and that dictated unsafe conditions. So I had to pull all the members of the fire department outside, and that we had to change our tactics to go to a defensive mode.
The fire is currently under investigation by the Suffield Fire Marshal and the Connecticut State Police. I will have more on this fire and the victim from the fire chief and her neighbors later on tonight on the news at 10. For now, live in Suffield, Raven Blue, Fox 61.
All right, Raven, thank you. To a story now we've been following out of Monroe, where officials say a body was found at the base of Stevenson Dam. New details were shared with us today about the person found, and Fox 61's Victoria Anderson shares what we've learned and what questions still remain.
Monday, crews in Monroe found a body at the bottom of Stevenson's Dam. Here's what we know so far.
A call came into Monroe police around 3 p.m. Monday. Callers telling police they saw a person in distress below dam water. Stevenson and Oxford Fire were notified, along with state police and the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. Newton and Monroe dive teams found the body underwater at the base of the dam. Tuesday, that body was identified as a 31-year-old man from Monroe. His family has been notified, but they are not releasing his name at this time. We have little details on what led up to this death. However, swimming is allowed in Lake Zor, the lake created by the dam, but swimming directly below the dam is not allowed due to strong currents and rapids.
This is a developing situation, so we will bring you updates as we get them in. Reporting in Monroe, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
Victoria, thank you. Time now for a check on the weather with meteorologist Sam Perry. Sam, it's a beautiful stretch of weather we're having, just not necessarily a lengthy one.
That's right. We have one more day, Brent, and then we're going to start to feel the heat and humidity coming towards the end of the week. But right now, let's enjoy it. 79, beautiful fair weather clouds, some high cirrus clouds. Look at the temperatures, mid to upper 70s. Been in the 70s all day long. Dew points still comfortable, even the upper 40s. You know, we missed a record low this morning by 2 degrees. Record low is 52. We got the 54 this evening. Absolutely beautiful. Again, sunshine mixed with a few clouds, highs into the 70s and dropping into the 60s. And we got a few fair weather clouds still. So overnight, partly cloudy to clear. Temperatures dropping back into the 50s inland, the 60s along the shoreline. Tomorrow, yeah, it is one more cool morning, but then it turns a bit warmer, but it's still pleasant. Temperatures averaging in the upper 70s to lower 80s across all of Connecticut. Coming up, I will detail the heat and humidity returning for Thursday, Friday, also the potential for some strong storms as we head towards the weekend. Details in a few minutes. Brent?
Sam, thank you. After devastating floods in Oxford last August, some of the town's roads are still unusable. The town was able to repair many of the roads and bridges, but those living along Lockland Road say they are still waiting for crews to fix some of the undrivable conditions left behind. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules spoke with the first selectman to learn more about plans to restore the area nearly 1 year after the floods.
Almost a year after the devastating flooding in Oxford, Lockland Road remains closed, which has gotten mixed opinions from people in the area.
But now with having to take a little plunge kip and going up a different way, It's added 6 or 7 minutes to my drive each way, so it's been kind of a pain in the butt.
Christian Harper lives on Lockland Road and says he now takes Little Punkup Road to get around the closure. He says the road can be very dangerous.
I would say Little Punkip is kind of a challenge because there's that bend where it's completely blind, and if you're going an ounce too fast and somebody's coming around the other corner, you have no idea, and there's no time to stop.
Lockland Road was damaged in a flood back in August 2024 that completely destroyed and washed out the road. The road's foundation has been weakened and is not safe to drive or walk over. The first selectman, George Temple, says they're now one step closer to getting the road reopened.
We're opening bids this afternoon for the complete reconstruction of Lockland Road.
The town is now looking for engineering firms to begin work on the road.
When we get it done, we want it to be safer than it ever was.
Temple says this road has taken longer to repair because of consultations with the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection and the Army Corps of Engineers, as well as the design phase. Some other people who live on Lockland Road who wanted to stay off camera tell me they'd like to see the road remain closed. They say the road used to be very busy, and if it were to reopen, it would bring back more traffic. However, the first selectman says repairing this road is a necessary step to fully restore the town after the flood.
It's the end of a chapter for the town of Oxford.
The first selectman says that once an engineering firm is picked, it'll take about a month to complete construction on this road. In Oxford, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Alicia, thank you. A new tool is giving people in Connecticut a closer look at how state police operate on the roads. For the first time, the Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection is offering nearly real-time information on traffic stops available to anyone online. Fox 61's Kayla Cade tells us why they're doing this and how it works.
This is a way for the Department of Emergency and Public Protection to be more transparent and provide useful data for those who live in the state and also to law enforcement agencies.
It's the first time we're doing this, and it gives people the chance to spot trends.
So much information.
We can narrow it down to white, female between 19 and 24 for speeding.
Available by the palms of your hands.
And we know, we can learn that as of today, we've seen 1,136 stops. There were 6 traffic stops today. We can see for monthly. Scrolling down, we can look at...
Rick Green with the Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection says this website was launched Monday.
The larger idea behind it is to really, for us to be more transparent so that you know what your law enforcement is doing and where is it happening and how often is it happening.
People can also find out the initial reason why they were stopped on the highways in real time.
The hope is that this provides more, so people see what the police are doing, so they don't assume things or say, well, the cops aren't doing their job, or they're always stopping the black guy, or they're always stopping the Asian woman. Well, let's look at it. Who are they stopping?
State troopers who pull drivers over inputs the data in the computer in their car, and that information goes to the data officer in the Central Infraction Bureau. The traffic stop dashboard data goes back to 2015 and is updated daily.
So you could see the trend. Are we seeing, everybody talks about, are people driving faster now? We could see over the last 10 years, are there more infractions for speeding or reckless driving? So there's a lot of digging that you could do on your own here if you wanted to.
This is something 17-year-old Joshua Warren says he will use.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it'll be helpful. I mean, hopefully I won't be getting pulled over soon, but it'll definitely be good to know why, and I can look back to see the reasons I've been pulled over.
Kathleen Morris, who was passing by Middletown on her way home to Massachusetts, believes it would be helpful as well because getting pulled over can be stressful.
And there are always going to be doubts did someone else was doing something, they didn't get pulled over, so why did I get pulled over? So this can really help to clear things up and make it more even on both sides.
Green says having this website will also help troopers.
We're using the data to put more troopers on the highway for enforcement in areas where there have been problems.
Again, this traffic stop information can be searched on the DESPP's website. We'll have the link for you over on fox61.com. In Hartford, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.
Thanks, Kayla. New at 6, Derby Avenue in West Haven is back open right now. Police say a brush fire shut down the road this afternoon. Officials closed Derby Avenue in both directions from Forest Road to Plainfield Avenue around noon. We're told a brush fire was burning on a steep hillside and the breeze spread the fire. Crews were able to contain it. Derby Avenue reopened about 3 hours later. Firefighters say no one got hurt and nothing else caught fire. Breaking news in the entertainment world tonight. Heavy metal icon Ozzy Osbourne has died. The British rocker's family issued a statement to the Associated Press saying he died this morning surrounded by his loving family. The cause of death was not revealed. Osbourne launched his career as the frontman of the band that would become Black Sabbath in 1968 and then, of course, later went solo. He was famed for his outrageous antics on stage, including biting off the head of a bat. Osbourne was known by the monikers the Prince of Darkness and the Godfather of heavy metal, but he denied being an actual Satanist. Osbourne had a second career as a reality TV star with his family on the show The Osbournes in the 2000s. He was 76 years old.